Okay, so this is my garden diary for the end of August, and I also have some new gardening pants that I made that you probably can't see. They're linen and I love them. Here is the front of the house. We are getting a roof in the next couple weeks. The roof is terrible. And here is the small progress that we made on the sidewalk. And I let my potted plants just die. And this is my fairy garden. It looks terrible. Okay, so most of my bachelor button is kind of already done, and a lot of weeds. That is my shrubby St. John's wort. It's done flowering, and it's starting to produce its little seed pods. Not sure how easy those are to germinate. And most of my yarrow is done. That is a volunteer sunflower that fell over. My pincushion flower is still kind of going. I'm saving seeds from that. And then, so these are finally blooming. And I believe these are actually a type of oxeye sunflower. Not a black-eyed Susan, because the black-eyed Susan have fuzzy leaves and these don't. So, okay, and so this is all the New England aster. I've been cutting it down so it's bushing out, and I have one over there too. The purple is a salvia cultivar that I got from Orscheln's. And those are doing pretty good. The bees love them. They look fabulous. I am really glad I bought them. So we'll see how those go. That there is my other St. John's wort. It is also obviously done. Okay, so then over here on the side, I have all the partridge pea that's done blooming mostly for the year. And the seed pods are developing. And I'll be collecting some of those because I'm pretty much going to spread those around the front. My two other salvia are doing okay. This one's a little small, but probably because it doesn't get as much water. This one is doing much better, and it is also a favorite of the bees and the little skipper butterflies. Here's the backyard still. So I'm still sort of planning to put a sitting area here, but I don't know. That's definitely not happening this year. And this is just nothing. Volunteer tomatoes. On the side of the shed, I have some coneflower over here that I'm gonna probably need to dig out and move because I do want to put that other places. And my one of my milkweed is flowering, but as you can see, it doesn't look great because actually I have some monarch butterflies. I have some caterpillars that are eating all of my plant, and don't know if they're gonna be able to survive on what's left. But the bees like this guy too. I also have some black-eyed Susan right there, I think, that's still blooming. See, the black-eyed Susan has fuzzy leaves. They have like little hairs on them. And the other oxeye daisies, or oxeye sunflowers, or whatever they're called, they don't have that fuzziness to them. Some of them are, most of mine are, see, these are the black-eyed Susans. These are done for the year. And then I have some different oxeye sunflowers there. And then I have my other milkweed is right there in the weeds. And the rest is weeds. Here are my tomatoes. So this side is mostly blood moon tomatoes. And the white dust on there is diatomaceous earth to help with insects like the stink bugs. So this is the blood moon. This is still green. And parts of this will turn red when they're ready. Like this one, you can kind of see starting to turn orangey red. And then I have the black tomatoes down here. They're a little more stressed out for some reason. But again, I have the diatomaceous earth on there, and these the bottoms will turn red when they're ready. But there's a lot of them growing, even though it's really late in the season, but I'm hoping to have a lot more. I have some really sad tomatoes over here. I'm not really too worried about what they look like. There's a Stella. And there's my purple basil. Those are doing okay. I already pulled out any of the tiny onions I had in here. And the front part is pretty much all weeds. Need to pull all of that out. I do have a marigold in there. Let's see how that goes. Okay, here's my butterfly berm. A lot of it is still weeds. I try not to do, well, I don't really do a whole lot of weeding in there because I want to just kind of give it its time to do whatever it's going to do. Some of the stuff is native, obviously. Some of the stuff is just weeds, but you know, just kind of see how nature does its thing. So these are the other ox-eye sunflowers. I have some over here and some on the other side. These are the New England aster. They are not flowering yet. These are one of the last that flower for the year. The yarrow, that's still done and gone for the year. This is the sky blue aster. These are very short blooming. They only bloom for about a month, maybe a few weeks, and then they're done. They just grow and grow slowly. They bloom and they're done. But they are very pretty. I like them. I have some more New England aster back there, of course, and then some other whatever weeds. And then I have a volunteer maple tree in here. And I'm just going to leave it and see how it goes. This large shrub is the aromatic aster, and it is starting to bloom. There's a few early blooms here, very cute. The shrub stays very shrubby, very good cover for wildlife, and it smells like mint, or kind of like a mint-ish kind of. And as you can see, the flowers are starting to come up all over. So this is going to be very similar to like a very pretty purple mum. And this year it is huge, and I'm really proud of it actually. There is a bee. There's the other ox-eye sunflowers. A lot of these are getting eaten up by bugs or whatever. Oh, this is the Monarda fistulosa tall bergamot. It is done, and I like to leave the little seed heads up there for the birds and for winter interest. Some New England aster is escaping, and there's parsley in there. And that's it. Thanks.